And even as he lectured them, the entire crowd listened attentively to him. Jesus began cautioning his disciples and the people. Watch out for and beware of the scribes and the Pharisees. They have placed themselves on the seat of Moses. So keep to and carry out whatever they should tell you to do, but do not imitate their ways, for they say one thing and do another. They tie up heavy and unmanageable loads and place them on the backs of men. Even so, they will not so much as lift a finger to budge them. They do all these things to be seen by men, for they make their phylacteries really wide and love to walk in flowing robes, flying their elongated tassels, delighting in the salutations they receive in the marketplaces, and cherishing the foremost seats in the synagogues. They love the places of distinction at feasts, and to be referred to as rabbi by men. They consume the homes of widows, and then go on to pray at length. When these are sentenced, they will be severely punished. But you must not be called rabbi, since you have but one master, and all of you are brothers. Moreover, do not refer to anyone upon this earth as your father, for only one is your Father, the one who is in heaven. Neither let yourselves be called teachers, for Christ will be your only guide. The greatest among you is to be your servant, since whoever honors himself will be abased, and whoever abases himself will be honored. Curse the scribes and Pharisees, for they are even as a dog that lies atop a cattle trough. He eats nothing, nor does he let the cattle eat. The Pharisees and the scribes have taken and hidden the keys of knowledge. These have failed to make it in, and have stood in the way of those who were trying. You, on the other hand, become as slippery as snakes and as simple as doves. If you keep my word, you will recognize the eternal kingdom in advance. How lucky is the man who knows where the thieves are going to enter, since he will be able to arise and prepare from the very start that which pertains to the kingdom, before they manage to break into it. Curse you, scribes and Pharisees, you phonies! You shut the empire of the skies in the face of all mankind. You do not go in yourselves, and you block off those who are trying to get in. Curse you, scribes and Pharisees, you phonies! You devour the homes of widows and then pray long and pretentious prayers to conceal it. You will therefore receive a stiffer sentence. Curse you, scribes and Pharisees! You travel across sea and land to gain a single proselyte, and when you turned him into one, you caused him to be twice the child of Gehenna that you are. Curse you, you blind leaders! You say, should anyone declare an oath upon this sanctuary, it means nothing. But should anyone swear by the gold of the temple, his debt remains. You blind fools! Which is greater, the gold or the temple that sanctifies it? What is more, you declare, if anyone should swear by the altar, it means nothing. But if anyone should swear by the offering upon it, his oath is binding. You blind men! Which is greater, the gift or the altar that sanctifies it? So then, whoever swears by the altar swears by both it and what's on it, and whoever swears by the temple swears by it and the one who dwells therein. And anyone swearing by heaven is swearing by the throne of God, even the one who was seated thereon. Curse you, scribes and Pharisees, you phonies! You have tithed of your mint, dill, and cumin, but have neglected the weightier matters of the law, justice, mercy, and faith. You ought to have kept to the latter, without being negligent of the former. You blind guides, you strain out the gnat, but swallow the camel. Curse you, scribes and Pharisees, you phonies! You clean the outer portion of the dish and cup, but on the inside you are filled with greed and self-indulgence. Why is it that you wash the outside? Is it because you fail to recognize that the one who created the inside is also the one who created the outside? You blind Pharisee, start by scrubbing the inside of the dish and cup. That way their outsides will also be cleansed. Curse you, scribes and Pharisees, you phonies! You are like whitewashed tombs, which appear beautiful on the surface, but in your core you are filled with skeletons of dead men and all manner of filth, for the living man is not in you. That is how it goes with you. On the surface, you appear as righteous before the people, but deep inside you are full of hypocrisy and vice. Curse you, scribes and Pharisees, you phonies! You build sepulchres for the prophets and adorn the graves of the upright. Then you profess, had we been around in the days of our fathers, we would never have had a part in the shedding of their blood. You are in effect commending yourselves for being the seed of those who slew the prophets. So, bring to completion the sins of your fathers, you serpents, you brood of vipers. However will you escape the judgment of Gehenna? For this reason I am going to send prophets to you, wise men and teachers too. Some you will kill and crucify, others you will beat in your synagogues, hounding them from town to town. That way every drop of righteous blood that has been shed upon this earth will find its way straight back to you. From the blood of the righteous Abel, all the way down to that of Zechariah, son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the temple and the altar. I say to you most assuredly, every bit of this will fall upon this generation. O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, slayer of the prophets and stoner of those who are sent to her, how many times have I longed to gather your children together as a hen gathers her nestlings under her wings, but you would not have it. Look, your house is being left to you in desolation. For I am here to say to you, from this very day until such time as you proclaim, Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, you will never see me again.